So they're appropriating an unknown amount of money in the year 2024 and 2025. You got to love that when the bill is ahead of actually the fiscal notes, so we don't even know how much this thing's going to cost. And it's going to give it to the general fund of the Commission on Human Rights for grants to nonprofits to collect and report to the Commission on Human Rights data on crimes where there's a reasonable belief that the crimes were committed in whole or in part because of the victim or another's, and then it's those classes, the race, color, why can't I say that word? Ethnicity. And really what they're after, gender identity and gender expression, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let's see here. Is there anything on the Minnesota Department of Human Rights? Of course, this is the first time I've ever been on this site.
I honestly did not know it was a thing until we
went over the story. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I've tracked enough of crap at the Capitol. I knew this existed. Mm-hmm. Go to the top. I'm assuming there's some kind of reporting system.
Yeah, it just said report discrimination at the bottom.
Oh, go down to that. All right, let's
down
do
a little
this
bit more.
Here.
Keep going. Report discrimination
okay,
right there on
report
the left.
discrimination. All right, can you blow that up a little bit for us? We want to hear from the Minnesotans who experience or witness discrimination or bias. I've felt discrimination and bias, guys. Mm-hmm. Not because of my
gender identity.
Well, I mean, I'm a male, right? And we talked about that. If you need reference, go to last Thursday's show. We show you the anatomy of men and women, which if you're curious,
you were really into that segment, Jake.
Well, I mean, we got a state representative that said non-females can menstruate. It's very important we lay this out. The science, that is, William.
Science. Yes.
Please complete the form. Oh, go back up. Please complete the form below to report the incident. Okay. All right. What happened? Select one. This is our incident. So really what they're doing, so they've already got the reporting system. They're appropriating our tax money. We know it's going to be in the millions, right? Mm-hmm. Because we couldn't possibly just do what we did. This took us 20 seconds to get here, right? 30 seconds? Mm-hmm. They got to take millions of dollars to give to nonprofits to do this for us. Just so you guys understand government right here.
Yep.
Go to Action for Liberty's article. All right? Scroll all the way to the bottom of our article. Oh, go up a little bit. Right up there. That's the episode where you can learn the anatomy of males and females and the chromosomes, the difference. See, this is the language verbatim. We cut this out of the article. In fiscal year 2024 and 2025, no amount known. Let's just imagine, will you? Mm-hmm. Millions of dollars, right?
I believe it.
I mean, why thousands when we could do millions? Mm-hmm. And it's appropriate from the general fund to the Commission on Human Rights for grants to nonprofit organizations to collect and report to the Commission on Human Rights data. So this is literally, it took us, you watch this live on air. We've never been to this website before, right? Mm-hmm. Honesty?
Never been on there.
Bridget, you're the most honest person here. Never been? All right, you're good. Truth hurts. That's why our show's called Truth Hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts. Took us 30 seconds relaying to Dawson. If I didn't even have to relay through Dawson, we've been there even quicker. So go back to the Department of Human Rights. They're going to pay millions of dollars you could expect of your money to nonprofits to do what we just did in 30 seconds.
You know what? Let's start a nonprofit and apply for one of these grants.
We'll never
just direct people to this webpage.
Well, okay. Well, let's go through our incident report, and that will then probably put us to the front of the line on our new nonprofit. Great idea, William. I know you don't have bad ideas. That one was a great one. Select what happened. Let's see the drop-down menu here.
Yeah, let's report one of Jesse's bad jokes here.
No. I know what we're doing. No, we're doing a better one. All right. Can you drop down that menu? It's not working? It says select one.
Oh, we can't see it.
Are we not able to see it? Why aren't we able to see it?
Okay.
Try selecting something.
Well, can you read us what the... I believe I was discriminated.
Yeah, okay, so it says, I believe I was discriminated against, and I want to report bias or discrimination that I have seen.
Okay, say that again. I was laughing too hard when it said I was discriminated against, which is the whole point of the thing. Okay, here you go.
I believe I was discriminated against.
Okay.
And I want to report bias or discrimination that I have seen.
All right, we want the first one. I mean, this is like literally spooky socialist, like spine and everything. Okay, here we go. I believe I was discriminated against because of my social or sexual orientation. School. I hope there's an other category. Public assistance. There's an other. Okay, perfect. Let's do other. Good. Nope, that's the one we're doing. All right. And date of incident known. Okay, when was our Facebook page taken down by the President of the United States?
It was like October of 2021.
October of 2020.
I don't remember the day specifically.
That's 2022. Let's just do 2021.
I think it was probably like later in the month, so like the 20-something-th.
We could probably find this here real quick.
No, I remember the day it was taken down.
You do? Tell us about that day.
Well,
how were you feeling?
I was a little upset.
Because you were
maybe just a
discriminated
little
against.
upset. I wasn't the guy managing the page, so that was a big rut-row. It was because of, they said it was because of like a stupid Bill Murray meme. You remember this, right?
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
That was their
It was because our thing on vaccines. Incident description. What happened? What did you see? My views, my views that the COVID vaccines are ineffective and potentially cause harm. Led to being removed from Facebook, Inc. And then apostrophe S, web platform.
That's a clear case of discrimination if I've ever seen
And then
one.
based on recent reporting, the policy at Facebook, Inc. was a result of President Joe Biden's discrimination policy against me. There we go. Is that fair, guys?
Remedy or solution are you seeking?
Okay, what remedy or solution are you seeking?
$1 million.
Public apology from President Biden.
Yeah.
Oh, Walz could secure that easily.
Yes. Or
could
Governor
hook us
Walz on his behalf.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
You're a reasonable guy. You know,
I'm a
it doesn't
reasonable guy.
have to be Joe. You know, if Tim has to do it, that's fine.
yeah. And look, we don't expect anything big. Just like him to come down to the studio, be on the show, and then issue his apology here.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. If you have a photo, short, video, document, or other to share, well, I got an article.
Oh yeah, make him read an
Public
actual
apology
the
from
article.
Joe Biden or Governor Tim Walz on his behalf. And $1 million.
It's restitution. It's reparations. That's what it is.
Oh, Dawson's actually putting it on there.
Scroll down.
We have a couple of comments.
Go ahead. What are the comments?
Tom Newfield's watching. He said this is good, so I think he's very entertained.
Good.
We'll have to make sure we.
I'm glad we entertained you, Tom.
And then Mort from earlier said, "Good thing nonprofits never rip off the taxpayers."
Yeah, I
Right.
know, right? It never
Right.
happened
Yeah.
before.
It's never happened.
Once again, I mean, we're going through this thing to just show you that they're going to rip off taxpayers because in 30 seconds, we found how to report the discrimination. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, our discrimination is going to fall on deaf ears at the Minnesota Department of Human Rights, right?
Yep.
You know, we've literally had discrimination against us because of our beliefs. And it's not just the vaccines. It's about a bunch of things. Mm-hmm. That's legit discrimination.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Deplatformed us. It leads to a lot of other things. We could do a whole long show on that. But they don't care about that. It's not about that. We know what it's about. It's about gender identity, gender expression, maybe sexual orientation. I think Walter's living in 2016. Mm-hmm. I think the bake the cake example is terrible. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to be you misgendered somebody. Let's go back to this reporting system. Location incident. What does it say? Like, how much longer is this, by the way?
It's just contact information after this.
Okay, then we're getting close.
So the location in my workplace, in my home, in a public place,
In a public place.
sidewalk,
in a public
street,
place, yeah,
park.
public place works.
Public place, okay.
Name a person or business who discriminated against you or someone else. President Joe Biden. Twitter files, if you haven't looked at them, the Twitter files for sure have shown that President Joe Biden literally is infringed on our First Amendment rights, free speech. Where did this occur?
Roseville, Minnesota.
Yeah, we'll just say Roseville, Minnesota. Contact information, Jake Duesenberg. What if I'm a little worried about saying who I am, though? I mean, maybe I'm worried about that.
I think you should be allowed to do this anonymously.
Yeah, just put anonymous.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
not
I'm
a
little
required
worried
option.
Yeah, I'm a little worried right now about outing myself. Email address, well,
It's not required.
yes, but the phone number is required. Well, now what number are we going to use?
911.
I'm pretty sure they're going to what's the Department of Human Rights? Well, should we have them called the White House?
Yeah.
Well, they got a 1-star rating on Google.
Yikes.
See,
Wow.
I almost kind of want to just give them my info just so we can
if they
see
reach out. I want to see if they
to
reach
see
out.
what the follow-up. So
Yeah.
let's just put our info in there.
I'm gonna fade away from that so we don't have to. Well,
No, I don't put my actual cell phone number. I don't want them calling that.
you have a different.
651 760 4208. Too bad we don't have that studio number signed up yet.
I would love for the Department
give them
of
my
Human
email
Rights to
address,
call
Jake at actionforliberty.com.
So much for anonymous.
And then, yeah, let's just put we'll just keep anonymous for fun. All right. What does it say here? Let's make sure we're not committing a crime by doing this. The Minnesota Department of Human Rights is collecting this information in order to enforce the Minnesota Human Rights Act. I understand that filling out this form does not mean I filed a charge of discrimination with MDHR. I also understand that the information I provided will be treated as private data and individuals under the Minnesota Government Data Practices Act. In the Minnesota Human Rights chapter, blah, blah, will give access to information to MDHR employees who need access to their jobs. MDHR may share the information with the Minnesota Attorney General's office. Well, I can't see a problem there. No issue.
Yeah.
I'm going to share it with Keith Ellison. Well, good. Share it with Keith Ellison because I would like my Attorney General on our behalf fighting against the unconstitutional infringement on our First Amendment rights. I understand that I am not legally required to provide the information I've submitted in this form, but my failure to do so may make it more difficult to resolve my concern. Accept and submit that thing.
I wonder. So it says that I'm not legally required. I wonder if these stars matter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because like they say it's not legal.
Well, leave out the phone number and let's see if it submits.
It's not going to.
I doubt it.
And then put info at actionforliberty.com.
I didn't know we had an info email.
Of course we have an info email. You got to accept that. Submit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wants it from
just put the number back in.
What was it? What was the number?
We'll just do info at actionforliberty.com. That way I don't put in my normal email. Oh, 651 760 4208.
All right.
There you go. Submit. There we go. Now,
Wow.
we've reported discrimination against us. Before you little lefties that get all your panties all in a bunch, if you identify as a female, that is, well, maybe you're expressing yourself as a female, and so panties works. So let's go back to anatomy. No, that always makes William squirm when I do that. Before you get all pissy about this, like literally, if you really want to get to the violations of human rights, like that's one of the biggest violations I see right now happening is the violation of people's First Amendment right by President Joe Biden. What are you guys going to do about that? That's a pretty important thing.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I'm sure a lot of people watching have seen the same kind of discrimination against themselves or people they know, maybe a bunch of nurses. So I'm going to encourage everyone to go scroll to the top where they can get the link. I'm going to encourage everyone to go and report these discriminations.
Yeah,
here.
if you lost your job due to a vax mandate, submit it.
There you go.
This is the place to do it.